Hi, everyone. We want to welcome you to the Shake It Up at Sassy training call tonight. We are excited to be here. We have special guest Sarah Bowen Lewis with us, Ruby Ambassador. She is going to be sharing with us a little bit about her trip this past week. She was able to spend the week with our fearless leader, Jana Garcia, in her home and follow her around for a week, cater her, follow her around, drive her around. Driving Miss Diamond is
Driving Miss Diamond.
okay. But before we get into that, we are going to do a quick ambassador training for new ambassadors. We're going to go over first steps and a little bit over the back office. It'll take about 10 or 15 minutes. So if you're a new ambassador, we encourage you to really pay attention during this first 15, 20 minutes, and then we will have a really good time after that with Sarah's all her information she's going to give us. So anyways, moving on. We are going to, the first steps that you want to do as a Plexus ambassador, you want to get to know your back office. This is where you're going to log into your personal website. You're going to familiarize yourself with back office. Spend a little extra time in the resources section. You can see on that graphic there, the green arrow where it says resources. This is really where you're going to find a lot of fantastic information. You're going to learn about product information. You will be able to find graphics to use. If you want to use something that says independent ambassador, you will be able to get that there as well. The next part of getting ready and starting out as an ambassador is your Facebook group. This is the first thing you will want to do to get your business up and running. You want to start a closed group. There are three options. There is a secret group, closed group, or open group. We prefer all of our people to do a closed group. This allows your customers to feel like they have a little bit of anonymity, all while being able to share and talk to other people. This Facebook group, you will want to add all your friends and family to. You will post product information here, testimonials. Share your own testimonial with your customers. Customers love that. If you have anything to share about yourself as far as weight loss, or you're sleeping better, or maybe you don't have acid reflux anymore, all of those things that you can share personally with your customer group is only going to encourage your customers to try the products even more. Because the first thing is that your people that you have in there are your friends and family. And friends and family innately want to see you succeed and be happy. So if you're happy about it and succeeding at something, they're going to be ecstatic for you and they're going to want to get involved with you. So really get out there, put yourself out there. You want to be sure you give a name to your group that includes your name so that it's easy for your customers to find that group. For instance, my customer group name is Shaking It Up with Shannon. I wanted my customers to be able to go, when they look into groups, that they can search Shannon and it will automatically come up for them, so they don't have to do a lot of searching for it. So I highly suggest you add your name to your customer group. It would be really helpful to add your upline to your group as an admin. This will help you if you ever need help posting in your group, or if there's a Facebook issue. We all know that every once in a while issues with Facebook pop up. This will give somebody else the ability to go into your group and help you out if you need to. If you are in my downline specifically, we have a Facebook group designed to walk you through this entire process. It's called the Sassy Start Ambassador Group. It's a step-by-step. It's very user-friendly. It will walk you through from beginning to end on how to start a Facebook group. It even gives you posts already that are designed for you to post. So it will get you started lickety-split. Oh,
Lickety-split.
And then the next step is team Facebook groups. Now, when you join Plexus, you were probably added to several groups, team groups. And you may be thinking, oh my gosh, that's a lot of groups to be added to. That's a lot of information. I don't know if I can take it all in. Yes, it is a lot of information, and there are several groups, but don't stress out about it. Don't worry about it. Just take your time. Get familiar with the groups, read the groups, and then as you become more comfortable with it, really get involved with the groups. These groups are designed to help you grow personally as an ambassador and to help you build relationships with fellow ambassadors. And you will find out that as an ambassador, leaning on your fellow ambassadors is key to success, because when you're having up days, you want to share that. When you get your first customer, when you get your first preferred customer, when you get your first ambassador, oh my gosh, you want to share that with somebody. And you should share that with somebody. You should go on those groups and say, share. You know, I just signed my first ambassador. You should do it. It's exciting. Utilize these groups to your benefit. Get in there, get involved, welcome people to the team, ask questions in there. It's only for your benefit. These groups are truly for your benefit. So get in there and get involved. If you're on my downline, you'll want to be in the Shake It Up Sassy Ambassador group. Then if you're on this call, then you should be in the Rockin' Plexus Ambassador group. You should also be in the Plexus Ambassador Training 101. And then you should also be in the Plexus Journeys group. That is our testimonial group for Plexus. If you have if you need testimonies for your group, that is the place that you will go and get them. All right, now we're going to move into back office. We're going to do a quick overview of the back office. This is the place you find out everything you need to know about your individual Plexus business. The first tab is the Home tab. This is where you'll find the latest Plexus announcement, your qualification status, and as an ambassador, it's highly important to be qualified each month. So if you aren't sure if you're qualified this month, that's the page that you will go to, and it will say whether you are qualified or not. And if you cannot, I'm sorry, let me start over. Unless you are qualified, you are not eligible for weekly and monthly commissions. And basically in layman terms, that means you don't get paid. So you want to make sure you have your qualification, you are qualified for the month so that you get paid your commissions. Tab 2, that's the calendar. This is where you're going to go and find upcoming Plexus events. You'll go to this tab, select your market, and then you're going to be able to find meetings that are near you. Yes, we are all on Facebook and we have groups that are on Facebook, but let me tell you this. Going to this tab and finding an event close to you, this will encourage you. This will push you out of your comfort zone. You want to go here and find a meeting that you can go to that's close to you. You can get to know other ambassadors in your area. You can go to lunch with these people, get to know them, really grow it. That's in Plexus. That's our theme this year is One Plexus. We are all about helping each other grow, do whatever we got to do to help each other, and that's the important thing. Tab 3 is event registration. This is where you will register for Plexus sponsored events. We have a yearly convention, which is in June, and then we also have leadership retreat, which is in October. That's the tab that you will go to register for those specific events. Tab 4 is reports. This will be the tab you access on a more frequent basis. I access this tab probably 50 times a day. Because that's what I do.
That's what she does.
Probably not really that much, but when you will go here to see your customers report, your financials, everybody wants to know how they're getting paid, and that's where you would go and find your financials. You will also find how to do e-wallet, how to do payouts, sales by product. When you start adding ambassadors, you will also utilize tab for ambassador genealogy report. That's how you track your ambassadors to see how many points you're getting, if they're qualified. Basically, that has their email so that you're able to contact them. But anyways, familiarize yourself with that tab 4 reports. It's very beneficial to know everything that's going on under that specific tab. Tab 5 is resources. This is probably the second tab that you will utilize the most. You will find tons of knowledge and support for your business. You can find information on our products, the compensation plan, opportunity calls, graphics to download, and then there's also the 18 tips to success. This is another tab you'll want to spend some time reading in there. And part of being a successful ambassador is to be prepared and getting into the resources section and following up and reading about the compensation plan, about the opportunity, about our products, about the ingredients in our products. This is where you want to go for that, so you can really gather all that information and have it stored in your brain so that when someone asks you about it, you're able to talk about it. Tab 6 is shopping. Part one, shopping part one. This is, earlier we were talking about being qualified to get paid. This is where you will find, this is where you will confirm where your auto qualification is set. Auto qualification is what allows you to receive your weekly and monthly commissions. That's what I was talking about earlier. If you want to get paid, you have to have that auto qualification turned on. So you will also go here to place your personal orders and then to also review any orders that you have placed in the past. Part two, this is setting your auto qualification. You want to log into your Plexus back office. You're going to click on the tab that says shopping, then click backup order. This is your auto qualification, okay? Click the red create backup order. Then you can choose one that Plexus already has created, or you can create one for yourself. Personally, I have mine set for the triplex. It was easiest, it's quickest, it's 101 PV. It was perfect for what suited me and what I needed. Now, I've never had my auto qual go through because I buy my products before the 25th of the month. So, but this is so important that you get that completed and make sure your auto qualification is turned on so that you are getting paid. Okay, tab 7, my account. This is where you go to keep all of your personal information up to date. This is how Plexus gets hold of you. If they need you, you want to make sure that your address is correct because that's the address that your products are going to ship to unless you change it otherwise. It's also very important, extremely vital, that you have a valid credit card or source of payment for your Plexus account. So please make sure that you go in there and make sure that you have a credit card that's valid so that when it's time for orders to go through or when you need to place an order, you don't have to worry about it and it's already taken care of. And then also, that way you know you're going to get paid as well. Back office tab 8 is the e-wallet. This is designed to allocate funds from your Plexus commission payments and then direct them to yourself. Some people use it like a savings account for future orders, or you can transfer it to a customer or to your downline. Many give to downline as contest incentives and gifts. They use it towards their Plexus purchase. This is if they want to buy a promo item for themselves or for their downline. It will also encourage PV growth if you use it towards product orders. So I think e-wallet is a great resource to use for yourself and for your downline. Tab 9 is My Plexus Builder. It is designed to help you build your business. If you look at that, you can add new contacts, you can share a video, you can have a to-do list, you can have social media posts, you can work on your display information, you can add an updated profile pic. If you do not have a profile pic on your page, your Plexus website, I highly encourage you to put a picture of yourself on that page. And this is where you will go to do that. Tab 9, My Plexus Builder. And on the left-hand side, it says upload profile photo. That's where you will put a picture of yourself. That way, when you send customers to your website, they will be able to look at the top right-hand corner of your website and see a picture of you. That way, they know for sure that it's your website. And that makes them feel good to know that they're at the right place and it's safe because that's your website and it has your picture on it. Trust me, people like that. So anyways. All right, that is the end of our new ambassador training. So we are going to move on to having Sarah speak. I'm going to just take just a minute and let me pull up her photos that she is going to talk about. Just a second. My email's going off a lot. Sorry about that. All right.
Ooh, look at that.
All right. Here we go. This is Sarah. I'm
That's
just going
me.
to go ahead and talk, and when you're ready for me to move on with the photos, just let me know.
Okay. So this is hello everybody. So this is me and my 10-year-old daughter Sophie, and for the past 8 days, we just got home at 3 a.m. this morning. We've spent the past 8 days with the Garcia family. Here, come here, Soph. Here's Sophie. Say hi.
Hi,
So that's her and I. And Sophie, did you have a good time?
Yes.
Yes, tell them.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, goodbye. We were invited to spend the week in Dallas, Texas with Jana and her family. And as you all know, Jana's our diamond. And Sophie and I flew down last Monday, and we timed our trip so that we could actually go see Les Brown. He was speaking in Houston. And that's going to come up here in a minute. But go to the next slide, next picture, Shannon. So that was Sophie and I on the plane trip down. And when we got there, the very first thing we got to see was not the diamond Lexus, but her emerald Lexus. It's just like Shannon's. And
it is just like mine.
Just like Shannon's. And so it was very exciting because I hadn't driven in a Plexus Lexus before. And little did I know that was like the last time I'd be riding riding as a passenger in that Plexus Lexus. Because the whole rest of the week, it was driving Miss Diamond everywhere. She's told me the story that ever since she was 16 and got her first car with T-tops and everything, her friends would always say, "Oh, Jana, can I go for a ride in your car?" And she said, "Sure, if you drive."
Sure, you drive.
Sure, you drive. So she didn't drive the whole week we were there. So I was the driver, and I was driving Miss Jana. Next. And we did a lot of fun things while we were there. But what's really nice about being a Plexus ambassador, especially at the level that Jana has gotten to, and Shannon, when you become a jewel, it really creates that freedom to be able to do things and work your business from anywhere. And here's Jana getting her nails done and doing her lip gloss. And she's, working, even though I think at this particular moment she was texting Rod to tell him that we weren't coming home.
I think that's hilarious, though. She's getting her nails done on her phone and putting on lip gloss.
And texting her husband. Yeah, of course. She didn't even know I was taking this picture.
I love it. It's amazing.
And the next picture, I think, is her in the chair. We actually had to go pose for this because they separated us as soon as we got to the salon to get our nails done. Because mine were like really needing to be done when I got there. And I said, one of the first things we need to do is go get a mani-pedi. And Shannon, I don't watch the pedi part. Yeah. And she goes, "Well, come take a picture of me in the pedi chair." I'm like, "Okay.
All right.
Sit there." So that's her, and everyone else in the shop was watching us. It was funny.
That's hilarious. Oh my gosh.
And then she had to go get her hair done.
Right, of course she did.
And this time we were in the black diamond Plexus Lexus, and so I just decided to say, "You know what? You go on in there and get your hair done. I'll take that Lexus and take really good care of it."
Right. Oh,
that was me before I took off.
I love it.
Because what we were preparing for was, not this, but then we went to dinner. And look at my hair. See, that's my hair in Texas humidity. And look at Jana. She looks all nice and shiny and perfectly coiffed. Of course, she'd just gotten her hair done.
Right, of course.
Yeah, and there I am. Yeah.
Right.
We went to Molly's for a girls' night.
Nice.
And this is what we were preparing for. So the very next morning, we got up and drove to Houston, 4 hours from Dallas, and met up with a lot of other Plexus people. And we got the amazing honor to sit through a private presentation just for Plexus people of Les Brown. And for those of you who don't know who Les Brown is, he's an author, for one, of leadership and how to really take yourself to the next level, and very motivating. And he was just amazing. He told a lot of the same stories he told us at convention and some different, and really wrapped it up really pretty because it was an opportunity and for Plexus people to come watch him. And the very next picture, I think you'll see, if you're getting these off Facebook, these are all of us in the audience, and that was at the very beginning. How
many people were there for the?
There were between 200 and 250 people there.
Wow, that's amazing.
This was taken in the beginning before it started, so
right.
It wasn't full on the back there yet.
So what do you think, listening to Les Brown there, what's the one thing you really took away from listening to him, what he really had to offer? What's the one thing you took away that you're like, man, I can't wait to apply that to my business or to share with my team?
Well, the number one thing I think is his words are, be hungry. If you really, really, really are in this,
right,
if you really want to take your business to the next level, you can. There is nothing holding you back. You have it within you to do
right,
your business and take it as high as you want it to be. Now,
absolutely.
if you get discouraged easily and say, oh, my customer, my only customer decided she wasn't going to take Plexus or whatever.
Right.
Lesson release. Go forward.
Find another one.
Go find another one. And you know what? And if you sit there and let yourself get negative, your friends and customers will see that. And if you keep being positive, take all the good things in your life and bring that forward and really present yourself and have fun with life. For goodness sakes, he came from such a poor background, and he was called the dumb twin.
Right.
And
right.
Told he would amount to nothing, and he's an amazing man.
Sometimes there's, when things are slow, like you may not have as many ambassadors or you don't have as many customers. Sometimes all you have to rely on is your passion, and you have to take that passion and let it lead you, let it guide you, and you can't let it drop off. In those slow times, you just have to pick yourself up and start reading books, start watching videos, start watching training videos. Take that time to learn, to grow yourself. You have to feed your passion every day. Sorry to interrupt.
You're exactly right. You heard him talk at convention too.
Right.
And he really kind of put that in you. I mean, he's just so motivating to really seek the strength within yourself. And there he is, Mr. Cool and Collected. And I don't know if you can tell, but that suit's a little loose because he started taking Plexus after convention. And he lost weight and is feeling better. And he's 70 years old.
That is crazy.
I know.
It just doesn't, it doesn't even seem possible.
I know. He's an amazing man. And so he came and sat down right in front of me to watch, Jana kind of wrap things up.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that she was up there talking about, and it's so true, you see her little daughter Jenna holding a bag, and she talked about if you were offered the opportunity to give those that you love a gift, what would be in your gift bag? And some of the things she had in her gift bag were, Jesus, give thanks to God. You want to make sure that, your friends and family know how blessed, you can be and, believe in God. Of course, health. You want people to have the gift of health. You want them to have the gift of freedom. You want them to have the gift of friendships. And all these things can be wrapped up in this gift bag. And I truly believe that, especially, me and little Shanane over there, I think we've found that. We've just had so much fun in this business, and it's been such a blessing. Such a blessing.
Absolutely. And that goes back to what we were saying earlier to the new ambassadors, that's the whole point in having these team groups, is to train and to build relationships, because it's so encouraging to have those people there. Like Sarah and I have been with each other from the beginning, and we've had each other to lift each other up on the slow days and to cheer each other up, and and to celebrate our victories. And it's so important to do that. So important.
Next. And there we are. Poor guy, he was so tired at the end. He talked for an hour and 45 minutes, and
oh my God,
he answered all kinds of questions. Just very generous man. And his speaking fee to come speak in front of audiences is usually $30,000 for 45 minutes, he told us.
Wow.
And he did this for us. This was a gift to us from him.
That's amazing.
For one of our team members, Adriana. So Adriana befriended him in the airport on the way home from convention. And
that's amazing.
I know. And I could tell they had a very special connection. Then we continued the night back on. So when you're in Texas, so Jana, don't expect to go to bed early. So we went to a friend of ours, Kelly Farrington's house, and spent the night and took the girls. And this was another bonus blessing to this friendship is like Shannon's girls and my daughter and Jana's daughter and my daughter, they've all become, Plexus buddies, right?
Yeah. They see each other on trips.
They see each other on trips. That's right.
Yep.
Here we are driving Miss Jana again. She didn't even know I was taking this picture.
Right. She's on her phone, I'm sure.
She's working from the passenger seat. I'm like, hello, I got to work my business too. How am I going to do this driving you for 4 hours?
Right.
And then we went out to dinner for a little mini training meeting. This was the day after Les Brown, as we were getting ready to leave Houston, and there were 5 members from our team, and we had dinner together. And this was actually the only picture we got besides being in the car of the 4 of us together. I forgot we were having such a great time.
Right.
And then, okay, so some of you know already how wonderful it would be to become a Diamond Ambassador. Well, she just moved into a new home and is setting up her new home office, and she wants to be all girly and sweet. And
of course she does.
We went to this amazing furniture store one day to spend her Plexus Diamond money.
Right.
I was making her pose behind these desks to show her what she would look like behind.
Oh, please tell me she got that desk.
She didn't get that desk.
Oh my gosh.
She didn't.
I love it.
Isn't it cute? She wants a black desk. I said, you can paint that. She's like, I'm not spending that much money and having to paint it. Like, all right, Miss Diamond, we'll find something else.
All right. Well, what about this?
No, I liked this one because it's a regular chair. And look at her sitting back. She can't even put her feet down on the floor.
Right.
And then, okay, see this little man here on the left with the bald head? Yeah. He's going to be one of our new ambassadors.
All right.
I know. We spent about, 45 minutes. Jana bought her Tempur-Pedic mattress to put in her new house.
Right.
And this man over here is going to be joining our team next month. We had a long conversation with him about the opportunity.
That's fantastic.
So that's another, a way to spread Plexus love. He's talking to us about, the greatness of this mattress. And I said, do you know how many days it took Jana to buy this mattress? And he goes, no, what? I said, can you just guess? And he goes, I don't know, 90. I said, how about 9? And he's like, what?
What?
Who do y'all work for? You don't work for this furniture company.
Right.
So I talked to him all about it. It was a fun day shopping.
I love it.
He thought we were playing and we were getting work done.
Right.
And this is Jana's poodle chair, as she calls it. We couldn't believe we found this, but she didn't buy it.
Did she buy that?
No.
Well, I can't imagine why not.
It's fluffy enough for her.
It would be perfect for a cold winter's night in Dallas, Texas.
Absolutely. And then on Sunday morning, fast forward to another day, we went to church at her church. It was a beautiful Christian church, and we had such a nice service. And that evening, they had a talent show. And Jana's 2 sons, Aaron and
Ronnie,
both performed. And this is Aaron playing his ukulele,
which he is very good at.
Oh my gosh, he serenaded us every day at the house. He would just walk around serenading us.
Right.
Amazing talent in that family. And there's Ronnie and his move and his socks.
Ronnie jamming out in his socks.
He did a great job.
Love it. All right, let me close that and go to the next section.
All right. And this is her new little puppy, Chewy. So we're actually working
right
the morning, sitting on the couch, cuddling with the puppies. Another evidence of Plexus freedom.
You can sit at home, hold your puppies, drink your coffee, and work your business.
That's right. I'm in shorts and like dying of hot, and she's got a sweatshirt and a fleece blanket covering her.
That's too much. Oh my gosh. Look at little Casper.
Little Casper just got a bath.
Full rotten.
Yes.
Oh, look at those girls.
And then we had to drive somewhere, and the girls go, we're not tired.
Right.
And we knew we looked back there, and that's the girls.
Right. Look back, and there they are.
They're out.
Oh, what? She's driving on her own?
Oh, this was only from the restaurant to the airport. 5 minutes. This was right before we left on Monday night, last night.
How funny. Oh my
I
God.
said, I got to get one picture of you behind the wheel because it's the only time I've seen you behind the wheel.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And the girls again.
Cute.
Sleeping. And there's the 4 of us. And that's right as we said goodbye. We were already at the airport to say goodbye last night. And look at Jenna. And that's us flying away last night in the sunset. So pretty. And I think there's a couple other pictures in here.
Yes, there are. Let me scroll down.
Oh. So there's a picture of me evidencing driving this.
Yes. And then
diamond. And then one day when we were still in Houston, Kelly and Rachel met us for the day, and Minnie was, and while Jana was getting more work done, we decided to jump in the Lexus and take off without her. So we took what?
You're all. See you later, Jana's.
See you later. Ditch the diamond.
See you later.
Bye. So we just went shopping and doing some things, and
I love it. I love it. That's too great. All right.
And then two nights back in Dallas, Jana has a rapidly growing team down there in Dallas.
Yeah.
And so we did 2 opportunity meetings at 2 new ambassadors' homes, and shared our testimonies, and it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of neat people and signed up a lot of people while we were there. Not on our team.
Right.
And then there I am, up in front of everybody, sharing my testimony.
I'm so proud of you for getting up there and doing
it. And then the last one I think I sent you, I looked over and Jana was taking my picture, and so I did my cutesy little sassy pose. So I'm not peeing my pants. I'm just. But it was an amazing week, and I learned so much. And you know what really spoke to me while I was there was truly the freedom that we have with this company. We can work from anywhere. We can visit with our Plexus family and our friends, and still be, Jana would be sitting there talking to someone. She goes, I'm getting paid to do this right now, and to be able to have your children there, to be able to share with people your story, your passion, I don't know. It's just absolute freedom. And I hope that every one of us gets to that point where we can do that.
It is. It's such a blessing to be able to talk and share about Plexus like that. 2 years ago when I started, when I joined, I told Jana, I said, look, I don't want to sell your product. I will try it because I want to lose weight, because I'm sick and tired of being fat and overweight and being sick all the time. So I will try your little product on that condition. And looky here, 2 years later.
We shared your picture at our opportunity meetings.
Did you? Good.
Yes, and people were like, wow.
But I came into this with no expectations at all. All I wanted when I joined was to get my products cheaper. That was it. I'm like, I just want to get it the cheapest way I can. That's it. And so I joined. And then when I started talking about how good I felt, and then other people were like, well, I want to feel good. Like I was saying earlier, you should share your journey and how it works for you, because people love that. They love to see you succeed and be passionate and energetic about what makes you happy. And that's going to sell the product more than anything else, is your passion and your energy for Plexus and what it's doing for you. So if you're constant negative news, little Miss CNN, constant negative news, people aren't going to want to buy from you. I'm just saying. So,
yes, and continue to keep on learning.
You better cut that out, Jack, because ain't nobody likes to hear that. Everybody likes to hear good news. And I'm not saying you can fake it and you got to front it all the time, because, life isn't a chair of bowlies. So, that's okay. Did you see what I did just there?
A chair of bowlies?
You've never heard that? You've never heard of Mary Englebright, Life's a Chair of Bowlies? Surely somebody on this call has heard of Mary Englebright, Life's a Chair of Bowlies.
I've heard of Mary Englebright, but not chair of bowlies.
Yes. Look it up. Google it. But anyways, Sarah, I appreciate you so much for sharing about being with Jana, but I'm sure it opened up your eyes to a lot of people think, oh, well, they got to diamond or it's easy and it was all luck getting there. But I'm sure Sarah can confirm this. I've been around Jana quite a bit and with her, and it takes work. You're not going to get to diamond without work. Can you share a little bit about that, about work ethic and desire and live, eat, and breathe it?
Well, if you're talking about Jana, she lives, breathes, eats everything Plexus. I mean, she wakes up in the morning and, she's eating breakfast, and she works, I think, 99% from her phone. She only was on her laptop like once, and she's answering message after message after message, taking phone calls. She's creating, Dallas panel of people to help do opportunity meetings. She lives and breathes it, and she is there for each and every one of us. Like she would say, did you just see that post in Rockin'? Would you please go? What do you think we should do? I mean, she's still learning too. We are all learning. It's a complete learning experience. And
absolutely.
She seeks out help when she needs help, and she's so knowledgeable. She answers us, as quickly as possible. And she surrounds herself with leaders, and the leaders that will help, all of us, go be successful. So when you see people in the Rockin' group, answering your questions, those are the people that you want to surround yourself with, because they're the ones who know what to do. And, don't get sucked into the negativity of someone complaining about their business. That's not the right person to follow.
Exactly.
Look for the people who are reaching out and move forward.
And I would have to say, when I first started when I started really working the business, when I decided, okay, I'm going to work the business. I'm not going to lie. I probably came into it thinking, I have a finance degree. I don't need anybody to tell me what to do or show me how to do it. I'm like, I'm 38 years old. I don't need you to tell me what to do, fool. That's the attitude I came into it with, though. And I can say that now. But I had to eat a lot of crow. I'm just going to say it. I did. I made a lot of mistakes. There were people that I didn't think I was going to learn anything from because I didn't think they had anything to offer. But let me tell you, I will boldly say I was wrong, completely wrong. I have learned in the last 2 years that whether you have preconceived notions about people or not, you should wipe all of that off, clean slate. And whoever you're hearing, trainings from or whatever, you may be looking at it and thinking, I don't need to listen to this, or I don't need to be on training calls tonight. I already know it all. Let me tell you something. You don't know it all.
You don't know it all.
I'm just going to be honest. You don't know it all. Not at all. I don't know it all. Jana's a diamond. She doesn't know it all. Celeste Gwen is a double diamond. She doesn't know it all either. But I'll tell you what I do know is that it takes work, and you got to be humble. You got to be able to sit back and say, I don't care who you are or what rank you are. You might be silver, but if you're on my team, you're on anybody's team, and you're a silver and you bring me a good idea, kudos to you.
Absolutely.
I will give you the kudos. You brought me a good idea and you rock.
Absolutely.
But you can't discount other people because of their rank or because of why they're in the business. You got to look at every single person as somebody that you can gain something from, that you can learn something from. Look at every opportunity to learn every bit you can. Every training call, if there's a training call on this team, you should be on it.
And any meeting you can go to, go.
Right. If there's a meeting, you go to it. And a lot of people, I'm just gonna be real right here, y'all. I'm just gonna because that's the only way I know to do it. When I started out, if there was a training call, I was on it. I didn't make excuses. I didn't make excuses. If there was a training call, my butt was on that call because I was afraid there was somebody who was going to talk about something and I was going to miss it. And you know why? Because I wanted it. I wanted to be an emerald, and I was willing to sacrifice whatever I had to sacrifice to learn and to grow and to be an Emerald. And if that meant giving up an hour with my kids on Monday nights, that's what I did. And a lot of people don't have that same attitude, and that's okay, but that's just me. My kids know that on Monday nights we have training calls, and they have a playroom that they can go into with tons of toys that they are there to watch. They have a TV in there that they can go and watch TV, and their dad is upstairs. So if you need something, go see your dad.
That's right. Now, something that we learned, and actually learned it when this week when I was there with Jana, that someone told her that really spoke to her and spoke to me, was if you have a weakness, sponsor your weakness. If you're shy and withdrawn, sponsor someone who is like Shannon and bold and is going to speak her mind. Sponsor your weakness. Sponsor someone who's going to continually, add to your team as far as, knowledge or abilities or those types of things. So, what'd you do when you sponsored me, Shannon?
Well, when I sponsored Sarah, I knew, because I had been with Sarah, known Sarah for a while. I knew what Sarah was going to bring to the team. I knew that she would be thorough, which I'm not. I knew that she would be very on top of it as far as having files in the group and making sure everybody was informed. I'm not a big file person. I'm a rah, sis boom ba, let's go. I'm going to encourage you. If you need kicked in the tail, I'll kick you in the tail, or I'll drag you out if I got to. I'm more of that person, but Sarah is my go-to person. I know that she will check things. If it's not right grammatically or spelled right, I will get an email or I will get a message. But I also knew that Sarah was an encourager, and I'm an encourager. So I also loved that about Sarah. And I knew that she would be somebody I could work this business with, and that we could hook up and lead people as encouragers, because I think that's the biggest part of being an ambassador and having a team under you, is being a good encourager to your people and inspiring them. Oh,
you're so sweet.
All right. Do we have any questions? I've been chatting away. Do we have any questions?
Nope.
Just a second. We're going to scroll.
So Shay brought up, I don't know who actually watched the Les Brown, but it is recorded, and it's about 2 hours, but it's so worth it. If you weren't at convention and you really want to hear someone that's going to help you grow your business, and not just telling you how to run your Plexus business, but how to run it from your perspective, your life, build yourself up, become the person that you are meant to be. You need to listen to Les Brown and take the time to listen to that.
Absolutely. It's worth the time. I saw that Brandon Sewell asked, do we get to keep the Emerald Lexus when we get to Diamond? When you get to Emerald, you get a Lexus, of course. It's on you to either purchase the Lexus or lease the Lexus. Now, once you're Emerald, you get the Lexus, and then every 2 years, you are required to get a new Lexus. So if you're an Emerald for 2 years, and you still have that Lexus, you have to go and trade it in for a new Emerald Lexus. Now, once you hit Diamond, you can either keep that Emerald Lexus, that's totally up to you, or you can go and trade it in for the Diamond Lexus. So, or you can keep it and buy a Diamond Lexus. And buy your Diamond, so you can afford the payment for the Emerald Lexus while Plexus pays for the Diamond Lexus.
Right.
So I hope that helps. That's how it works for the Lexus questions.
And Liza asked where the recording is located. They were going to upload it to YouTube, but right now it's on the church's website. I'll post the link in the Rockin' Group under this call.
That's good. Yes, it's quite a hardship getting a new Lexus every 2 years. Let me see. Yes, the Lexus do come from a dealer. Yes, you would, just like buying any other kind of car, you would go to the dealer, broker the whole deal yourself. And then you turn in your paperwork to Plexus, and they send you the reimbursement every month in a Friday paycheck.
And Shannon, do you want to answer, how do you tell if your downline's AQ is on?
Okay, you would go to your back office, and if they are a white line, then their AQ is not on. That means that their AQ is not set. So you would want to go to, I can post the slides if anybody wants these slides. I can post them. They're in my ambassador group, but we can post that, those slides that I did at the beginning that has the instructions that you can go and walk your ambassador through to make sure their AQ is on. If they are a blue line, then they are qualified for the month. You don't have anything to worry about. But always be sure when you're signing someone up, and this is really important, that you make sure that they are using a valid credit card through back office, because you want to make sure, number one, that they get their product without any issues, and number two, that they stay qualified, because you don't want them to miss out on getting paid. So it's imperative that they have their auto qualification on. You know, and a lot of people, I think it's they just misunderstand what auto qualification is, or they're afraid that something's going to ship out to them without them knowing. So we just need to make sure that we're really training our people to know what auto qualification is, and that how it works. That's the most important thing. Is people are always going to be afraid of what they don't know. So don't be afraid to talk about auto qualification. If you're not sure yourself, then get with your sponsor or get with your upline for them to explain it to you. And don't feel like, oh, that's such a stupid question, I should already know this. Don't feel like that.
No stupid questions.
There's no stupid questions. I would rather you ask me 10 times and understand it than to never ask me and give somebody the wrong information. So, you know, ask. Don't ever feel stupid about asking questions, even if you think it's a trivial question. Don't ask the question. Absolutely.
And somebody asked, what if they're a tan line? They're also a white line.
They're also a white line. That's just that was just Plexus's way. If you have like 5 people in a row who are all shut off, who are all AQs are off, it was just a way for them to differentiate so you could see it better. So it's a white tan, white tan, white tan. So they both mean the exact same thing.
And Elizabeth asked, how did you make your first sale? I have several people on the fence, but no sales yet. And how do I convince them? And can I answer this?
Absolutely.
We talked a lot about this at our training meetings and opportunity meetings when I was down in Texas. A lot of people had that question and they were getting frustrated. I think that with Plexus getting out there a little bit more, and people are seeing it from more than one person, I think they are going to maybe sit back and watch you just a little bit longer than maybe some before us did, because they see multiple people doing it. And the only thing I can say is stay consistent. Don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. Be consistent. Post your story. It's like that's like gold. If you post what Plexus is doing for you, that's what your friends want to hear. They don't want to. They love reading those other testimonials from other people, but they want to know what Plexus is doing for you. And as soon as you share your testimony, you're going to be flooded with inquiries.
And I think it also has to do with how you post about things. If you're just posting pictures of, let's use X Factor vitamins, for instance. If you're just posting pictures of X Factor vitamins, or you're posting a little blurb about it, like what it does, that doesn't really convey emotion or feeling to customers. If you really want to get a sale, you have to hit people where they're sensitive, and that's in their heart. It has to be an emotional thing for a lot of people. So for me, I know that when I'm going to talk about X Factor vitamins, I'm going to have my husband, or I'll do a selfie of me on a bike ride with my kids, doing something active, showing that we're having energy. And then I'll say, then I'll post that picture in my customer group or my personal page, and I'll say, I am so glad I took my X Factor vitamins today. I have so much energy to keep up with my kids. That's what people want to see. You have to relate it to their life. Just posting an X Factor vitamin picture doesn't relate to them in their life at all. But if they see you out doing things with your kids, riding your bikes, going for a walk, and then you say, I'm so glad I took these X Factor vitamins because they have really energized me and given me so much energy to keep up with my kids, then you have a connection emotionally with people, and that's how you get your sales is, connect with people, not just post a picture. Really try to connect with people personally on a one-on-one level.
And share some personal stuff that you do in your customer groups too, because everyone in your customer groups may not be a personal friend if someone has added them.
Right. Yeah. And I know for me, people love to see pictures of my kids. And I know some people aren't comfortable with posting pictures of their kids, on Facebook or whatever, but I am.
That's just because your kids aren't. That's because your kids aren't cute.
Right. My kids have been on the internet since Annalise was in Guatemala, and I don't have a problem with it. But my family and my friends love to see pictures of my kids. So when we do weigh-in Thursdays, I tend to always have a picture of my kids for weigh-in Thursday. Something, like I'm so excited about my X Factor vitamins to keep up with my kids while they're swimming, or I'm glad I took my block over the 4th of July holiday.
Right.
Something like that, with pictures of them holding fireworks or us eating corn dogs or whatever. They love to see that you're a real person, and you're not. That's the thing, is you don't want to come across as a car salesman ever. You don't want to come across that way. You want to come across as somebody who has a family, and you just happen to take Plexus and it just happened to change your life. That's how it has to come across.
Amazing how that happens.
And it is. They have to see that you're a real person, and you just happen to be blessed with Plexus. And that's how that you have to relate it to them and show them your passion and your energy. In a nutshell.
I think that's all.
Okay, how can we get an invite into your ambassador training group? If you are in my downline, we have the Sassy training group, and you can be in that training group. If you are under Jana in another leg, you would be in the Ambassador Training 101 group. So if you're not in the Ambassador Training 101 group, then ask your sponsor. You should be in that group. You want to make sure you are in that group. Any other questions? We got a few more minutes. You got an emerald and a ruby at your service. Because All right. Well, we will go ahead and end it then. I want to thank you, Sarah. You are such an integral part of my team, of course. And I appreciate your joy and your energy that you bring to us every single day. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to cry.
Back at you.
Hold on. We got another question. Let me just answer this question real quick.
Okay.
What is the biggest struggle with doing this and working a regular job too? I don't work a regular job. I haven't since I started Plexus. I would have to say for a lot of people it's probably time. Working during the day. But I would have to suggest, if you do have a full-time job, that you would use Buffer. Buffer is a tool that you can utilize to set up all your posts for the week, and it will set it up and it will post for you at certain times of the day. You preload all your posts and utilize it that way. That's what I suggest. But I do, Tara is on my team, and she works 3 jobs, and Plexus is one of them. So it's doable. You just got to live, eat, and breathe it. But you can. Right. But if you make the commitment, to work your Plexus business, some point your Plexus business may be this part of your income right now. But if you work it and stay consistent, then your Plexus income could be this part of your income, and then the other part gets smaller. So that's what you want to work towards, is having your Plexus business be bigger. You're welcome. I'm glad you're on the call.
Yeah, thanks for coming on the call, everybody.
Oh wait, we got one more question. How do you get past the beginning fears? Well, I'm pretty bold. So
what?
There. I think part of getting past your biggest fears is
taking yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yes, you have to step out of your comfort zone, first of all. But I think part of getting out of that is that you have to know your product. You have to know the ingredients in the product. You have to know what we sell, what we offer, because the more confident you are talking about it, the less fearful you will be about sharing it with other people. Even if you have to have cheat sheets in your phone, save it to the notes that you can reference. If you know you're going to go meet with somebody or talk to somebody about Plexus, review those notes real quick before you go in to meet with them, or just have it out. There's no shame in saying, I'm not sure about that. Let me look it up. And just get your phone out and look it up. There's nothing, because you can say, I am so excited about this business, but I'm new to it. But I am so excited, so let me find your answer for you. And, continue to show passion, even though you may not be sure about it. But people like to see you honest about it, though, too. So.
And Tara says, what's the best video for all the product details?
I think if you want to find good product details, the person that I like, her name is Jennifer Pickett. She is on YouTube. You can just go to YouTube and search Jennifer Pickett. She actually does a video for all the products, each product. It's a great place to go to learn about the products and what they do. She's, I believe, a nutritionist, and she is very specific about it. So I would suggest going and searching Jennifer Pickett on YouTube.
And Amy Marie says, is it hard to sell stuff to people since a lot of people are going to be skeptical at first? There are a lot of products out there that don't work. So how do we prove this product works?
I don't think that you can really prove anything. I think that all you can do is share your heart with people and say, this is what it's done for me. And I would love for you to try it and see if it works for you. It has a 60-day money-back guarantee. So you're not going to be out anything. So, try it. What's the worst you can do? Lose weight?
Feel better?
Feel better?
Have a little more energy?
Energized? Have clarity throughout the day. That's what I would say. Hey, try it. It's a 60-day money-back guarantee. What do you have to lose? That's what I would say.
Get a little bit sassy.
Right?
Right.
All right. Well, we got to keep it at an hour, and we are at 1 hour. So anyways, I want to thank you all for being on the call. I am thrilled that you all came by and spent an hour with us. Not only are we excited about that for us, we're excited for you, because that means you are in it to win it and ready to make your business grow. So anyways, I hope you all have a fantastic evening, and thank you for being on the training call with us. Good night. Love you guys.
Love you guys.